Looking live at Powerball Fever. $200 million up for grabs in a 21-state lottery. The drawing is tonight, so there's still time to test your luck and buy a ticket today, Wednesday, August 22nd, 2001.
From NBC News, this is Today with Katie Couric and Matt Lauer, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And good morning. Welcome to Today on a Wednesday morning. I'm Matt Lauer.
Katie's taking some time off. I'm Ann Curry. Good morning, everybody. $200 million, but the odds of winning are something like 80 million to 1.
Yeah, high odds, but it hasn't stopped a lot of people from lining up for a chance at the jackpot and stopped them from dreaming about what they do with all that money. We're going to talk to the man in charge of the game in just a couple of minutes. And then we'll talk about a couple of political developments. Senator Jesse Helms has been a conservative stalwart in the U.S. Senate for about 30 years now. Now, the political lightning rod is set to retire. We're going to see what that means for the Senate and the balance of power. And Gary Condit is breaking his silence this week. Is there anything he can say to get his reputation back? We'll talk to some experts about that as well.
There is some sad news on that manhunt in California. The 3-year-old son of the man suspected of going on a killing spree on Monday, allegedly murdering his pregnant wife and 4 other relatives. That 3-year-old son was found dead, and the suspect is still at large. We're going to have details from the news desk on this story in just a moment. And on a much happier note, a stunning medical breakthrough. The first man to receive a totally self-contained artificial heart has survived 50 days and is speaking out now for the first time. We're going to hear what he had to say and also speak with one of his physicians about the landmark operation.
Also, what's really behind those shark attacks in the Bahamas? We think we found what could be a simple answer. You've got to see this to believe it. We'll get to that in a little while, but first, what would you do with $200 million? It's a question a lot of people are mulling over this morning as the jackpot for the Powerball lottery keeps on growing. Powerball is sold in 21 states, plus the District of Columbia. Tony Cooper is the chairman of the Powerball Group. Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt.
I understand that ticket sales are running something like 10 times above the normal limit or normal level. What's it like in the field these days? What's happening at stores?
Well, as you can see, behind me is a line that's stretching all throughout the store, and ticket sales haven't even begun at this location yet. We're seeing a slow, steady stream of people. They're getting excited about it. We have increased our estimate from $180 million to over $200 million for this particular jackpot.
Are people still waiting for the last minute? I mean, you say obviously the lines are big behind you, but aren't people getting smart here, Tony, and starting to buy their tickets on Mondays and Tuesdays as opposed to waiting for Wednesdays?
We have seen that, and as a matter of fact, that was one of the reasons we were able to up the jackpot, because we saw a great surge of players come in on Monday and Tuesday, and even on Sunday, right after the first jackpot announcement was announced that the jackpot had increased. And I think people are becoming a little bit more sophisticated in their buying patterns. They're not buying like we used to see $20, $30 at play. They're basically coming in buying a $5 ticket or a $4 ticket. People are grouping together like they did in Ohio when they won the $295 million, and the whole office is coming down, sending one person down, maybe buying 50 or 60 tickets. But people are, I think, being a little bit more smarter about this game.
The odds are 1 in 80 million. Last time we talked, when the jackpot was 120 million, you said the odds were basically about the same as getting struck by lightning twice on a sunny day. What are your comparisons this time?
Well, we have a line here. If this line stretched from this store to California and back 7 times, only one person standing in that line will have a chance to win the jackpot. However, there will be at least 2 million winners from all different levels, anywhere from $3 all the way up to $100,000, and a third of that money will go to good charitable causes. Since we've been in existence, we've given over $3 billion back to education, funding of public works projects, and various other wonderful things.
All right, Tony, there's a good chance that someone wakes up tomorrow morning with a very important piece of paper, an important ticket. What would your advice be for a person who wakes up tomorrow finding out that he or she is the winner?
Take a deep breath, contact a good attorney, contact a good CPA, wait at least a week, and then come down to the claim center.
With an armed guard. All right, Tony, thank you very much. Good luck to you today, and good luck to all the people in the field. It's 7:04. Here's Ann.
All right, Matt, thank you. Capitol Hill will never be the same. The U.S. Senate is losing one of its most controversial figures, North Carolina Senator Jesse Helms. NBC's Lisa Myers down the Capitol now with more on the story. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning, Ann. Sources say Helms will announce his decision not to run again tonight at the very same North Carolina TV station where he began his political career as a commentator. Now, no one here is surprised by his decision, but colleagues say it's hard to imagine the Senate without the polarizing presence of the man known as Senator No.
Love him or hate him, you always know where he stands. The legendary Jesse Helms.
Now, if artists want to go in a men's room and write dirty words on the wall, let them furnish their own crayons. Let them furnish their own wall, but don't ask the taxpayers to support it.
Slowed by a nerve disease that forces him to use a scooter, Helms told top Republicans he'll bring down the curtain today after almost 30 years in the Senate. A lightning rod for liberals.
The radical feminists, the homosexual crowd, all participated in the attacks, and now the crescendo is increasing. Just watch it.
Tormentor of presidents.
When in the hell, Mr. Secretary?
A champion to conservatives for his willingness to fight almost everything, alone if necessary.
I think he's very proud of being Senator No, and the 99-1 votes over his 30 years that he's been the one vote against. When he thought he was right, that was just fine with him.
The White House and prominent Republicans already are encouraging another political star, former Cabinet Secretary Elizabeth Dole, to return home to her native state and run for Helms' seat. And those close to Dole say there's a much better than even chance she'll do it. Her name recognition and popularity give her a big lead against other Republicans and Democrats. And many Republicans think her star power and moderation is their best shot at holding the seat.
There are probably going to be other candidates, but I think the hometown gal makes good story. Elizabeth Dole coming home would give her a leg up.
As soon as Helms makes it official, sources say Mrs. Dole will move quickly to gauge support and commitments to help raise the $10 million this race will cost. Now, her strategy is to make a decision soon after Labor Day, then move fast in hopes of discouraging other candidates. It may be a tad premature, but some Republicans already are excited about the prospect of a Senator Elizabeth Dole as a counterpoint to Senator Hillary Clinton. And
all right, Lisa Myers, thank you this morning. Now with more, here's Matt.
All right, and what does all this mean for the Senate? Howard Feynman is chief political correspondent for Newsweek. He's also an NBC News analyst. Howard, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt.
No big surprise here, right?
No big surprise, but I think you could hear the sigh of relief all the way from here to Crawford, Texas. Not that this is a slam dunk for the Republicans by any means. If former Democratic Governor Jim Hunt decides to run, a lot of people think he could win even against Elizabeth Dole. But Jesse Helms, even though he's a huge figure in the rise of the modern Republican Party, had become a kind of inconvenient presence for George W. Bush, who wants to show that this is a moderate Republican Party. I don't think the White House was looking forward to having to defend and campaign with Jesse Helms were he to run. And I think behind the scenes they were quite active in making it clear to Helms that it was time for him to go.
You talk about possibly Jim Hunt running for the seat and Elizabeth Dole, as Lisa mentioned in her piece. Mm-hmm. It's not a shoo-in for the Republicans to hold on because you have to look at Helms' record in running. He never won by large majorities.
No, he didn't. It was always tough for him, and he ran with a conservative base that's shrinking, but in a Republican primary, North Carolina still exists. And I agree that with Lisa's piece that Elizabeth Dole, were she to get out there and run hard as the hometown gal and so on, would have a pretty strong leg up in winning the Republican primary. But even people such as Richard Vinroot, who was also in that piece, have been considering running against her. There could be a tough Republican primary. At least the Democrats hope so. And to step back for a minute, Matt, the important thing here is, as we know, the Senate is so closely divided. The Democrats only controlled by one seat. This race in North Carolina is going to be crucial, it's going to be national, and it's going to be close.
Yeah, keeping in mind that also Strom Thurmond is going to be leaving the
Right.
Senate, so the Republicans have an uphill battle in terms of taking control again. Let's go back to Helms for a second, Howard. He started out his career as a conservative Democrat. He came to the Senate back in the early 1970s. Lisa, and a lot of people say, okay, he's known as Senator No. We know some of the things he said no to. What were some of the issues he was Senator Yes on?
Well, he was Senator Yes on balancing the budget, which is now accepted orthodoxy. He was Senator Yes on fighting communism. It's possible that both Nicaragua and El Salvador would be sort of relic communist regimes were it not for his staunch opposition to them. He helped give rise to the presidency of Ronald Reagan. There are really two pillars of the modern Republican Party that were built in part by Helms. One, Southern whites, who came over from the Democrats to the Republicans, and northern conservative Catholics. And Helms provided attractions in the Republican Party to both of those. There wouldn't be a George Bush presidency today, and George Bush certainly wouldn't have run the way he did in the primaries in the Republican race had it not been for Jesse Helms. But now it's a new time. North Carolina's changed. 1 million people moved into that state in the last decade. A lot of them Republicans, but moderate Republicans, not the old Jesse-crats.
And as you know, in politics, things don't get cold. We go right for it, so let the race begin.
Yes, sir.
Howard Feynman, thanks very much.
Sure, Matt.
Let's get a check of the other top stories of the morning now from John Siegenthaler, who's sitting at the news desk for Ann this morning. John, good morning to you.
Morning, Matt. Good morning, everyone. In other news, authorities nationwide are desperately searching for a California man now suspected of killing 6 family members. This after police in Northern California made a gruesome find Tuesday. NBC's Shelley Smith is in Rancho Cordova, California, outside the house where 4 family members were killed. Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning, John. Well, authorities knew their window of opportunity to find 3-year-old little Sergey was small. 5 family members in 2 Sacramento suburbs were found murdered, and Sergey was missing. And then Tuesday afternoon, the unthinkable. In a grassy field, not far from the other murders, another grisly discovery. The bloody body of 3-year-old Sergey Soltis. Detectives found him stuffed in a large cardboard box. They believe he was cut or stabbed by his own father.
This is probably the most distressing of all, because there was a great deal of hope throughout the department that we were going to be able to find this child safe and sound.
A note written on the back of this picture of Sergey and his mother led police to the body. The photo was tucked inside the door pocket of the suspect's abandoned car. The death toll in this tragedy is now 6. 3 of the victims are children. 10-year-old Dmitry and his 9-year-old cousin Tatiana were stabbed to death at their grandparents' home. Dmitry's mother rushed to the scene where he died in her arms.
2 special kids, and their impact, I think, on all of us is going to be that we as a community come together.
Police are asking the Russian and Ukrainian communities for help in locating Nikolai Soltis. They believe he is dangerous and could kill again. The Sheriff's Department has posted flyers in both Russian and English offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading to the capture of Nikolai Soltis. They're also keeping a close watch on states where the suspect has relatives. John?
NBC's Shelley Smith. Shelley, thank you. The leader of 7 prison escapees who eluded authorities nationwide for 6 weeks this past winter has been convicted of killing a police officer on Christmas Eve. George Rivas could get the death penalty. Jurors begin hearing evidence in the penalty phase of his trial today. McDonald's says it's having a hard time swallowing the news that customers playing its cash giveaway games have apparently been getting scammed. According to the FBI, the contractor in charge of distributing winning game pieces embezzled them instead. NBC's Pete Williams is outside of Washington, D.C. McDonald's this morning. Good morning, Pete.
And good morning to you, John. Federal investigators say McDonald's had no idea that since 1995, many of the biggest winners in its popular giveaway contests like Monopoly were not everyday customers because the games were rigged. All it takes to claim prizes from free fries to $1 million is to find a winning game piece on a food or drink container or a newspaper ad. But the FBI says for the past 6 years, someone's been stealing the most valuable winning pieces before they ever got to customers. Federal prosecutors say the ringleader of the fraud scheme handled security for this Georgia company that ran the contests for McDonald's. Court documents say Jerome Jacobson's job was to circulate the winning pieces nationwide. Instead, says the FBI, he stole them and sold them to business associates. And they, in turn, passed them on to friends and family members who actually claimed the prizes.
More than $13 million worth of grand prizes have been corruptly won by the co-conspirators in the scheme.
Some customers find the news upsetting.
They've stolen from all of America. Definitely. They need to serve time for that, definitely.
While others take it in stride.
It's not like I've put my life savings into buying a hamburger and peeling off the magic tickets.
The FBI has begun seizing property from 8 people arrested Tuesday on fraud charges, and investigators say they're looking into whether other big winners may have been involved too. The FBI emphasizes that no McDonald's employees had anything to do with the rigged games, and in this newspaper ad appearing nationwide this morning, McDonald's says it'll soon give its customers a chance to win the same amount of cash that was stolen with a new giveaway contest starting next week. John?
All right, NBC's Pete Williams in Washington. Pete, thank you. As expected, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 1/4 point on Tuesday, but U.S. markets slumped after the rate cut was announced. Today, overseas markets remain mostly unchanged. The first person to get a self-contained artificial heart says he's getting used to life without a heartbeat. Robert Tools held a news conference Tuesday saying the whirring of his artificial heart reminds him he's still alive. Tools was near death when the heart was implanted 7 weeks ago. His doctors say 100,000 Americans each year could benefit from this breakthrough. We'll talk to one of Tools' doctors in just a few minutes. And NASCAR says a broken seatbelt played a part in the death of racing legend Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt died on the last lap of the Daytona 500 when his car slammed into the wall. The report released by NASCAR on Tuesday blames his death on the seatbelt, a collision with another car, and the angle Earnhardt's car hit the wall. It does not recommend widespread safety changes. It is 7:15. Now back to Matt, Ann, and Al.
Thanks, John.
Thank you very much. Mr. Roker's here with a check of the weather. How things looking?
Well, they're looking good news for the Pacific Northwest. We're going to get some wet weather there and some cooler weather as well. As you can take a look, some heavy rains now moving into Washington State and northwestern Oregon, and that will spread down to Northern California as well. We're talking about as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain, and temperatures will only be in the 60s and 70s, so that's good news. A little windy, but still the good news is a lot of heavy rain for those areas that are being plagued by the wildfires. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning, folks. Wednesday morning, and look at this shot, our Northwest Skycam over in Vancouver. Cloudy skies and rain. A lot of it coming down right now throughout all of western Oregon and western Washington. Some locations have seen over an inch of rain the past 24 hours. Live first alert. Doppler 8000 weather radar shows that rain coming down right now. Heavy amounts just south of the seaside, just off the coast, and of course here locally Portland and Vancouver. Today's forecast, cloudy skies and rain. Showers late in the day. The high, 68.
That's your latest weather. Now here's Ann.
Al, thank you. Now to a medical miracle. The identity of the man who received the first ever self-contained artificial heart has been a tightly guarded secret. That is, until Tuesday, when the world met Robert Tools, the 59-year-old man who'd just been given 30 days to live when he decided to undergo the groundbreaking and experimental procedure on July 2nd.
I had a choice. I could sit at home and die, or come here and take a chance. I decided to come here and take a chance. I realized that death is inevitable, but I also realized if there's an opportunity to extend it, you take it. And that's what I did.
Dr. Layman Gray is one of the surgeons who implanted the device. Dr. Gray, good morning.
Good morning, Ann. How are you?
Very well. The question is, how is Robert Tools? You know, before the surgery, he was too weak to raise his head, to speak. He could only take a few steps at a time. How is he doing now, doctor?
Well, Robert is really doing remarkably well, considering how sick he was initially. Over the last particularly week or 10 days, he's really been making good progress. He's totally off the ventilator now. Actually, we had a tracheostomy, which is a little tube into the windpipe, and it now actually came out yesterday prior to the conference. We didn't intend to take it out. It actually sort of just came out, so we didn't put it back in. So now his voice was a little weak yesterday during the press conference. However, in the next few days, that will totally return to normal. And he's really gaining strength every day and dramatically improving. It's very impressive to watch the progress now.
He also charmed the reporters at his news conference on Tuesday. He said at one point when he was asked what it feels like to have an artificial heart, he had a comment about that. Let's take a listen, doctor, to what he said.
It feels a little heavier than my regular heart. I'm still getting used to it. And the biggest thing is getting used to not having a heartbeat, except here I have a whirling sound. And that makes me realize that I'm alive because I can hear it without a stethoscope.
He has a lot to get used to, however. You have some requirements before he leaves the hospital, including he has to gain 20 pounds, undergo physical therapy, and become fully adept at maintaining this device. How difficult will it be to maintain?
Well, the device itself is not difficult at all to maintain. Almost the only thing he has to do is just change the batteries, and recharge them at night. The nice thing about this device is it is totally implantable. There are no wires or anything coming through the skin, and it is self and auto-regulatory. We can put it in automatic modes, and the device actually will respond to the needs. Otherwise, it slows down a little bit when he's not doing much, and when he becomes more active and starts to sort of need more energy, say he's walking up steps and something like that, the rate of the heart will actually increase, which then increases the output and gives him more strength and energy.
Well, before the transplant on July 2nd, he was given just 30 days to live, and it has now been 51 days since his surgery. What's his prognosis?
Well, I'm very, very optimistic, and I think his prognosis right now is very good. And I'm certainly very feel that there's a high chance that he will continue to improve and that we will even get him out of the hospital. It's interesting, when you really talk about his quality of life, and he's the one that has to answer that best, I think he's very happy with how he feels now. He certainly feels a lot better now than he did 5 or 6 weeks ago before we put the device in.
But at what point do you decide that this has been a success, this procedure?
Well, it depends what you call a success. If you,
How do you define it, sir?
Well, I define a success if he is happy and he is pleased with his quality of life, then that is what I'm trying to do.
Well, he certainly sounds pleased.
He is.
So far.
Now scientifically, the device has been an overwhelming success.
Dr. Lehman Gray, well, thank you so much, and congratulations on the success so far.
Well, thank you.
It is now 7:21, and this is Today on NBC.
Looking for low-rate financing or big cash back on a new car? Then get to the 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance, where you can get $2,000 cash back on your choice of any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. Or choose low 0% APR financing on any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. With deals this good, you may not believe your eyes. The 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance at your participating Portland area Pontiac dealer.
Now, an anti-aging breakthrough. New Neutrogena Visibly Firm with active copper. Copper, a collagen-building mineral, is essential for firm skin, but diminishes with age. Neutrogena Visibly Firm replenishes copper. In 2 weeks, skin is firmer. Neutrogena Visibly Firm.
Got a bad attitude toward pain? So does Motrin IB. Motrin IB, for people who don't fool around with pain.
Right now, during Mervyn Super Sale, lots of cool stuff is under $20. Like these jeans, under $20. Of course, if you're one of those people who thinks there must be something wrong with a pair of jeans that cost less than $20, here's the good news. The sale ends Saturday. So you can come back on Sunday and pay full price. Okay? Or not. Mervyn Super Sale. Lots of cool stuff under $20. But hurry, it ends Saturday.
At Arbor Custom Homes, we know this is the hottest time of the year, in more ways than one. That's why we're offering this very cool deal. Simply choose any featured home in any Arbor neighborhood and air conditioning is included. For details, see the Sunday Oregonian or visit our website at arborhomes.com. Arbor Custom Homes. We build neighborhoods, one beautiful home at a time.
Dayton Plumbing is known for providing superior service, workmanship, and the best products like Wurzbo Aquapex, a plumbing system you can trust. Wurzbo Aquapex and Dayton Plumbing.
Coming up in our next half hour, a new theory that could explain why this is the summer of the shark, at least in the Bahamas.
And later, important information on scooter safety. Plus, our Today bride and groom are back to find out which wedding cake you chose. But first, your local news.
Walt Disney World is celebrating Walt's 100th birthday. And if anybody knows about making birthdays memorable, it's Hallmark. Right now at Hallmark, bring home a special part of Disney's celebration of 100 years of magic with a Hallmark Special Edition Water Globe. Only $12.95 when you buy 3 Hallmark cards.
Come on, Mickey, I'll show you to your room.
For a limited time, only at Hallmark.
Once you pass 50, skincare's a whole new game.
L'Oreal introduces Age Perfect anti-sagging and rehydrating treatment. Age Perfect increases mature skin's resiliency as it deeply moisturizes. 83% of women reported more resilient skin. New Age Perfect, only from L'Oreal.
At the JCPenney Back to School sale, get our lowest prices of the season on Levi's Red Tab and Silver Tab. Because sometimes kids need to look, have a good day, sweetie, extra cool. It's all inside the Back to School sale, JCPenney.
Hello?
Hi, hon. I had the craziest day. I'm starving.
You want to meet at Bob's restaurant?
What's the special?
Tonight it's roasted turkey with creamy mashed potatoes and crisp green beans.
Introducing Stouffer's new home-style dinners.
I can't believe Bob's is open this late.
A complete meal equals complete happiness.
It's funny how Bob knows exactly what I like.
That's Bob.
Stouffer's new home-style dinners.
Nothing comes closer to home.
In a world consumed by war, a soldier will risk everything for the woman he loves.
When it's over, you will come back to me.
Nicolas Cage, Penelope Cruz, Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Rated R, now playing.
Only the best deserves to be showcased. And now your Chrysler dealer is showcasing our most award-winning lineup of vehicles ever during the Chrysler Showcase sales event. Now on select vehicles, get financing as low as 0.9% or get 1.9 APR for up to $4,500 in savings or a $2,000 cash allowance. So hurry to the Chrysler Showcase sales event today. Then you can showcase an award winner right in your own driveway.
Here's the situation. Mother-in-law won't eat spicy. Father-in-law's got cholesterol issues. Aunt Frances has problems with Italian. And Uncle Fred is starving and, quote, lightheaded. We know nothing about Cleveland. We're here for a wedding, which may become a funeral if poor Uncle Fred doesn't eat soon. But with AT&T Wireless, in like 2 minutes, I'm holding in the palm of my hand the name and address of a respectable chicken joint. And it looks like Uncle Fred's gonna live to see the wedding after all.
AT&T Wireless. Your world close at hand.
News Channel 8 can also be seen on these local translators. This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Strickland. It's 7:27 and 62 degrees outside. Here's what's making news. We're keeping an eye on a bluff in North Portland this morning as it weathers the first rain since a big fire earlier this month. The fire cleared the slope of vegetation that held the soil together, so there is some fear of erosion this morning, even the remote possibility of a landslide. The city wants to spray the slope with fast-growing grass seed at a cost of nearly $300,000. Meantime, the rain is good news for tired firefighters in the Northwest. The wet weather and cooler temperatures are helping to make progress on several large wildfires in Oregon and Washington. However, drier conditions will return for the weekend. Time now for a look at that commute with Bill Diaz in the ODOT Traffic Command Center. Good morning, Bill.
Morning, Stephanie. Thank you. We're heading right out to show you the backup from an accident on I-5 southbound as you head out of downtown Portland. It's a big old traffic jam. Right lane blocked right near Terwilliger. Car hit the railing there. Meanwhile, in Vancouver, I-5 southbound traffic is also very heavy. Slow traffic from SR 500 down across the Interstate Bridge and through Delta Park. Live from the ODOT Traffic Command Center, I'm Bill Diaz. Now the forecast here is Dave Selesky.
And Bill, thanks very much. Back behind me, folks. Best picture we have to show you what's going on outside this morning and through the entire day is live First Alert Doppler 8000. Take a look. Rain right now coming up over the Coast Range into the metropolitan area. Heavy rain now off the north coast of Oregon, right around Astoria and Seaside. Keep an eye on that for you throughout the morning. And a quick look outside right now. Current conditions in our forecast calls for rain at times today. Showers late in the day. Southeast winds. Our daytime high today, just 68 degrees. Now, Stephanie, back to you.
Thanks very much, Dave. That's all the time we have for now. We'll be back in about another 25 minutes.
Every time I tried to sleep at night, I would wake up coughing and basically gasping for air. I finally went to the doctor. He just said, look, you have a very big problem. You've been diagnosed with what is called congestive heart failure. Then my doctor put me on this medicine, and right away I started to feel a lot better. The drug has affected my life immensely in a great way. If I met a researcher today, I would probably give him or her a great big hug and a kiss.
Big kiss. Big kiss.
Not too big. And I think that you're doing great work, and please continue.
Introducing the next great Jeep idea, Jeep Liberty.
full of innovations and legendary capability.
And now, your eyes are fine.
Nature has never seen anything quite like it. Jeep Liberty, incredibly capable, surprisingly affordable.
Back at 7:30 on a Wednesday morning. It's the 22nd day of August in the year 2001. You're looking at some nice people outside our studio window, and they're listening to the sounds of Katie Lang singing Constant Craving. Of course, there is a constant craving for Al Roker outside our studio window. And Al's going to go outside and say hi to his fans in just a few minutes. And it's our way of reminding you that K.D. Lang and Tony Bennett will be our musical guests this Friday morning as part of our summer concert series. If you're in the area, come on down. There'll be some crooning going on in New York City.
Should be lots of fun.
It really should. Meanwhile, back inside the studio, I'm Matt Lauer, along with Ann Curry, who's here while Katie's enjoying vacation. And coming up in this half hour, Congressman Gary Condit. He's been on the hot seat since the disappearance of Washington intern Chandra Levy. Now he is speaking out. We'll talk to some political experts about what he needs to say to save his career.
And after a summer of shark attacks, we're going to take you to one place where they're putting out the welcome mat for the fierce creatures. The pictures we're going to show you, you've got to see to believe.
A lot of people disturbed about where that's happening. Plus, we'll go spanning the wacky world of sports with Len Berman. But first, here's Al Roker with another check of the weather.
And thank you very much, Mr. Lauer. We're out here. So you just got a phone call?
Yeah.
Who's calling you?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, there you go. And what are you guys doing in town?
We're here for the Janet Jackson concert.
Oh, all right. And your birthday?
Yes, it's my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you're here from Oswego?
No, but we were there to have your sandwich.
Oh, I have a sandwich at the Oswego Sub Shop? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're the best sub shop.
Than you thought.
Well, there you go. They better send me one. Well, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Let's check your weather, see what's going on, and we'll show you that we've got some severe storms in the plains moving on into the Midwest that could produce some large hail, strong winds, isolated tornadoes from Marion, Ohio, all the way to Chicago. Take a look. More rain in the Northwest. That's good news. Some strong storms in the Four Corners area. Look for some sunshine and heat as you get into the Gulf Coast with some isolated thunderstorms in central and southern Florida. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday morning, and from our Northwest Skycam in Newport, there is Yaquina Bay and the Yaquina Bay Bridge off in the background. Clouds and rain right now up and down the entire length of the Oregon coast, and some locations, especially on the north coast of Oregon and throughout all of the Washington coastline, have seen tremendous amounts of rain the past 24 hours, and there is more on the way today. Our forecast in Portland, rain at times, becoming showers late in the day. Our daytime high, 68 degrees.
That's your latest weather. Now here's Matt.
All right, Al, thank you. As we reported, California Congressman Gary Condit will break his silence on the Chandra Levy case in an interview on Thursday. Condit has admitted to having an affair with the former Washington intern who's been missing now for more than 3 months. Mike Doyle, Washington correspondent for the Modesto Bee, has been covering Congressman Condit since 1989, and Ed Rollins is a Republican strategist. Guys, good morning. Nice to see you.
Morning.
Mike, let me start with you. What is the mood in Modesto, in Congressman Condit's district, prior to this interview?
Watchful waiting. It's been 3.5, going on 4 months since we've heard the congressman speak publicly, certainly on this issue, and there's considerable curiosity about both the facts that he'll convey and the tone that he'll present.
How much detail do you think his constituents want the congressman to go into?
That's a great question. I think there's a body of thought that even public officials have a right to a private life. Certainly the congressman believes that, but there are important facts that have to be gotten out in terms of the nature of his relationship, the level of cooperation with the police, and so on. I think there's probably a middle ground between private and public matters that the constituents are interested to hear.
Ed, most people will agree, Republicans or Democrats, that Congressman Condit has made almost every mistake he can make.
He could not have done it. If he laid out a strategy to make every mistake, he couldn't have been as effective.
So what does he have to do Thursday night?
Well, he has to appear very truthful. He has to be very forthcoming. This is the first time most people outside of the district have ever heard his voice, and I think people are going to watch the body language as much as what he says. This is a guy who's now had his life turned upside down. He's in a very competitive race. He's not what he appeared to be, and I think that's going to be, he has to form a new impression for people.
Because at least the opinion is that he has not been forthcoming with police. Has he lost some of the right to say that's an issue I won't talk about?
No, he can't. I mean, I think he has to answer every question that's put to him from here until next November.
Every question?
Every
so in other words, if Connie Chung asks him, you know, did you tell Chandra Levy that you love her? Did you tell her that you would leave your wife for her? He can't say that's too personal?
I think he can. I think if he wants to be a public official, and his only vindication at this point is that she not turn up injured or what have you, and that he gets reelected a year from now, he's got to be very forthcoming. He's got to convince the voters that he made a mistake and that he's going to be honest and truthful to them from now on.
And Mike, there's another line he has to walk here, because on the one hand, he's got to talk about Chandra Levy. On the other hand, he has to try to redeem himself and restore his political career. If he's seen as going too far to the political side, he's going to get blasted, isn't he?
Well, he is, but I'd take exception to one thing that Ed said, which is we don't know that he's in a very competitive race right now. There was one candidate, Bill Conrad, an interesting West Point graduate who's announced his candidacy. But so far, Republicans also have been watchfully waiting, and we don't really know the nature of the race next year. Right now, the race is Gary Condit against his own reputation.
But let me go back to the question. If he talks too much about politics and what he's done for the district and the people of his district and is not seen as compassionate enough or caring enough about Chandra Levy or her family, he's going to be in trouble.
Well, I think that's right. I think there are two audiences. The interview on Thursday will be to a national audience. His subsequent interviews and discussions, certainly we look forward at our papers and in town hall meetings. There he will be explaining to the constituents what he's done over the course of his career.
Ed, you've taken a lot of political candidates, a lot of people probably in some trouble, and you've helped them through some sticky situations. What's going on behind the scenes right now in Congressman Condit's camp?
He's got a first-rate professional, Richie Ross, who's one of the best strategists in California. He's starting to run a real campaign. Whether he has a serious opponent or not, someone will come forward and someone will be a serious opponent further down.
But what's going on preparing him for this interview?
He's basically doing what's called a murder board, where you sit around and you get every kind of question thrown at you, and you basically have got to be prepared to answer whatever comes down the path.
So he's assembled a team. He has a political strategist. He has a PR person. He has a legal strategist.
Absolutely, and I think he has all of those various constraints that he has to live within, and I think but most importantly, he has to appear to be truthful, sincere, and sorrowful.
So it's a little like preparing a witness for testimony. However, you don't want that witness to look as if he or she has prepared in practice.
Absolutely. It's like they always say, you have to be political, don't look political. In this particular case, this guy has to come off as sincere. He has to be apologetic. He has to basically convince his constituents and the country that you know, I made a mistake. I'm sorry what happened, but from here on out, I'm going to be very truthful.
Mike, Ed said something interesting a second ago. He said this is the first time a lot of people are ever going to hear his voice. I've never seen him do an interview, a live-to-tape interview or a live interview. How is he in these situations? Is he good?
He can be quite good. He has a relaxed, sort of a country charm to him. He can speak well. He can be very good in a one-on-one situation. This is more of a high-wire act than he's accustomed to, but he has the potential to do a very good job.
But do you think this format suits him? It's live to tape, and for viewers who aren't sure of the television lingo there, basically the cameras start to roll, and it's not edited.
Well, it's a good circumstance for him, probably the best circumstance his team could have arranged for him to tell his story without being edited in a way that might make them look worse than they want to. So I think that he has every opportunity to do as good a job as he possibly can.
A couple of quick points, Ed. First of all, there's a legal side to this. He's talked to the police on several occasions. They're going to be watching to make sure he doesn't contradict something he's told them originally.
Absolutely. He still has the potential of obstruction of justice if a crime has been committed and they feel he's obstructed the investigation of that crime. So investigation is still going on. Clearly, there's other things that he has said in his interviews that would be perjurous if they conflict. So I think he has to walk a very thin line on that matter.
Mike, he's expected to deliver a letter to his constituents on Thursday before the interview. Any advance notice of what that's going to say?
Still in preparation as of late yesterday. We can expect him to, again, walk a fine line there. He also plans to be doing some print interviews, possibly as early as tomorrow for publication Friday. And I'm sure, as Ed said, in the murder board preparation, he's getting his talking points all lined up.
And Ed, tough question, but will Gary Condit know on Friday morning if his political career is over?
No, he won't. He won't know until November of next year when the voters either re-elect him or they defeat him. If he's defeated or if something else happens between now and then that create criminal activity, then he won't know. The reviews will be probably pretty favorable.
Ed Rollins, Mike Doyle, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.
7:39 up next. Those shark attacks may be biting this summer, but we're going to try and find out why they're happening. It's still to come. Jenny and Jeff are back to find out what cake more than 200,000 of you chose for their special day. But first, these messages.
At Office Depot, we're helping America's schools get the supplies they desperately need. Because now, when you buy school supplies at Office Depot, we'll give back 5% of your purchases to any school of your choice for more pens, notebooks, and paper, which means more surprise quizzes, book reports, essays, math tests, and homework assignments that can help our children succeed. Isn't that great? Office Depot, helping schools take care of business.
How can a cereal so simple taste so good? Life is full of surprises.
Where's the Scotch tape?
Not buried in the everything drawer. Because the new Scotch pop-up tape dispenser mounts just about anywhere. For Scotch brand tape in pre-cut strips. So, goodbye, everything drawer. Hello, Scotch pop-up tape dispenser. New from Scotch. Great ideas that stick.
Ooh. Dear gentle-minded consumer. Ooh, I've taken up the natural life. I'm new Cottonelle toilet paper with aloe and E. I've got a silky, gentle touch you can actually feel. So the next time nature calls, try new gentle me. I'll make you cheerier with a gentle touch on your posterior. Sincerely, new Cottonelle with aloe and E.
My Rocky loves me, hates a sensitive stomach. So every day I feed him Science Diet Sensitive Stomach. It has rice and natural oat fiber, and it's easy to digest. How do I know? I'm also his vet. Science Diet Sensitive Stomach.
Now there's an anti-aging breakthrough that wasn't found in a lab. It was found in a plant. Introducing Almate Kyneton. Different from AHAs and retinoids, it contains an ingredient derived from plants and helps reduce the signs of aging without irritation. It's hypoallergenic, it has UVA and UVB protection, and it works. Isn't it about time? Almate, the pure source for beautiful.
This summer, shark attacks have been in the headlines, beginning with the attack and dramatic rescue of an 8-year-old boy near Pensacola, Florida. And in the last 7 weeks, seven surfers on Florida's Atlantic coast have been bitten. There have also been a couple of attacks in the Bahamas, but there is at least one place in the Bahamas where people go hoping to see sharks. Here's NBC's Pat Dawson.
The tourists still come, drawn by the warm emerald green water and white beaches of the Bahamas. Some intrepid swimmers heading right for the ocean, apparently undeterred by 2 recent shark attacks here. But there's one place where the tourists can't get enough of the sharks.
Oh my gosh, it's humongous!
For 11 years, 3 times each night, they've been feeding the sharks at this restaurant, just a few hundred yards from some of those white sandy beaches.
Look at it.
The shark feeding.
Seems strange? Well, it appears there's no end to the fascination humans have with one of nature's perfect predators.
Big sharks, very big.
On this night, bull sharks. As the man said, very big bull sharks. When the food goes in the water, these sharks swim right up to the water's edge for dinner, which in this case is frozen fish.
We just throw the fish out what is frozen, so there is no blood. That means the shark don't get into frenzy or get aggressive.
And though the performance is clearly a show, this isn't SeaWorld. These are sharks, real predators in their own world. From the dinner table 20 feet up, the sharks are entertainment. In the water, they're just intimidating. Up close, a vantage point most of us would just as soon never see, sharks bite with lightning speed. What some have called the perfect eating machine, even more impressive in slow motion.
I don't think I'd swim where sharks are.
It may be great fun for the tourists and a good meal for the sharks, but there are critics who say this kind of entertainment changes the habits of these predators, and that's a dangerous idea. Bob Diamond heads the Marine Safety Group in Florida.
The feeding of sharks trains them to associate humans with food and then brings them in close proximity to where people swim.
His organization opposes not just feeding the sharks for show, but also so-called shark encounters, bringing tourist divers face-to-face with sharks in the open sea. And for the tourists who will be back in nearby waters, in some cases in just a few hours, real shark encounters somehow seem remote.
I guess I'm a little bit of a fatalist on that sort of thing. If the shark gets me, he gets me.
For today, Pat Dawson, NBC News, Freeport, the Bahamas.
Well, up next, a feeding frenzy of a different sort. Len Berman goes spanning the wacky world of sports right after this.
I'd like a latte, please.
Do you have an appointment? Grab a ticket. We'll be within just a minute. Yeah.
Coffee houses are popular. Very popular. Well, what if you just want coffee house style coffee in an instant? Folgers Cafe Latte. Rich, creamy, delicious coffee house coffee without the coffee house. So it's not the coffee you drink to take a break from your day. It's the coffee you drink to break into it. Folgers Cafe Latte.
Magazine? Book? Anybody?
Now you can do something about sagging skin. New Rock Daily Firming Treatment Protein Active Pure. It will visibly lift your face, firm your skin in only 8 weeks. Rock, we keep our promises.
What is possible? Does achievement discriminate? Or does it open its doors to everyone?
The JCPenney Back to School sale is for moms who get it. The hot brands kids love. Groovy screen tees. And new twists on plaid. Because when your kids look cool, so do you. And the beat goes on. At least some of the time. It's all inside the Back to School sale. JCPenney.
The Meal on the Go bar from Slim Fast. Balanced nutrition designed to help you manage your weight and your life.
From spring to fall, it's in the air. It's allergy season. That's why there's Claritin for 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Claritin has a low occurrence of side effects, such as headache, drowsiness, fatigue, and dry mouth, similar to sugar pill. So from the time you warm up early in the morning, through those extra innings late at night, when the ump yells, "Play ball!" you'll be ready. Talk to your doctor about Claritin.
Time to have some fun because NBC's Len Berman is here, as he is every month, with his look at the wild and wacky moments from the world of sports. Hey, Len.
Good morning, Matt. Thank you very much. This summer has featured the Baseball All-Star Game and the opening of the NFL training camps and the preseason games. Well, what were truly the top sports stories of the month? Let's go spanning the world.
It's spanning the world.
Okay, on your mark, get set, and go. Oh, the worst move of the month. Izzy Alcantara batting for Pawtucket. He gets hit, he drop kicks the catcher, and then he charges the pitcher's mound. Hey, give this guy the hook. Heads up. Poor Tommy Lasorda. Remember coaching third at the Baseball All-Star Game? The broken bat. And oh my goodness, Tommy goes down, and you know what? He was just fine. Also, Jan Ullrich flew off the road at the Tour de France. He did that too, and nobody got hurt. But at the mascot baseball game in Minnesota, sad to say, the ice cream cone, the ice cream cone took a licking. They were sent scurrying for the rule book at Wimbledon. We've heard of the chair umpire. Why not the chair players? And what was the rule when Pete Sampras got a ball up the shorts and he asked the ball boy to retrieve it for him? Well, you know, you hate to turn down the reigning champion. Then again, discretion always wins out at Wimbledon. Way to go, kid. Our animals of the month, the Tom Kite Drive. And he gets a birdie, literally in mid-flight. A great drive turns into a wet double bogey. And then there's Shadow, the scuba diving dog. Just because.
Because you could, right?
I don't have a line. Our play-by-play man of the month, Barney at Wrigley Field.
Hey, and not in time. How about that, Barney? You think you could outrun a bunt like that?
Well, good try, that's for sure.
Yeah, good. Our event of the month, the Eskimo Olympics in Alaska. You just can't beat the ear weight pull. For sheer excitement. Our first runner-up for Athlete of the Month. You had him here, Matt. Remember Rex Morsi in Odessa, Texas? Right. One shot, hole in one for $1 million. He would get $25,000 a year for 40 years. And he made it. They'll be paying him off until he's 80. Right. But our Athlete of the Month has got to be Shreveport pitcher Jerome Williams. During the third inning, in uniform, climbs into the stands and proposes to his girlfriend Chastity. Jerome gave up 7 runs in the first inning and took the loss. The ring was clearly his best delivery of the night.
Tune in next time for Spanning the World. If there is a next time, I'm Don Pardo.
And hopefully he didn't need a relief pitcher on his honeymoon. So
Len, who's writing your stuff? You broke a long-standing rule today, you realize. The nobody got hurt rule?
Yeah,
that bird did not make it.
Yeah.
They got hit by the golf ball.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Try and do better next time. Len Berman, nice to see you. 7:52, we're back in a moment right after this.
Maytag Gemini range is the only range with 2 separate ovens.
Better put the rolls in the oven.
But the chicken isn't done, and the rolls bake at 400.
I guess we can just have the rolls for dessert.
Who said you're staying for dessert?
The Maytag Gemini. 2 ovens, 2 temperatures, 1 harmonious meal.
It's not just ovens. I even defrosted a freezer instead of going to the prom. What do you think of that?
I think someone needs a hug.
You want the very best for your best friends. Proper nutrition, regular exercise. And when it comes to monthly heartworm, you can forget it. Now there's Pro Heart 6. Just 1 dose from your veterinarian protects against heartworm disease for 6 months. Used with caution in sick, debilitated, or underweight animals. Side effects may include mild swelling or itching at the injection site. Forget monthly heartworm. Remember Pro Heart 6, the 6-month preventative, only from your veterinarian.
Hey, you can get your school supplies a lot of places, but there's probably only one place you can also win a free college education, Office Max. With the $1 million Max to School sweepstakes, sponsored by the Office Max Charitable Foundation, where you could win one of 15 scholarships, each up to $20,000 per year for 4 years. $1 million worth of free college. Hey, they figure pretty soon you'll need office supplies. Then maybe you remember who your friends are. Office Max. With low prices guaranteed, why buy school supplies anyplace else?
Looking cool, Charlie.
Thanks. Hey, what you got there?
Same thing as you, only different.
Milk and cereal bars from General Mills.
You got the milk in there, I got milk in here, so I can eat it on the run.
The nutrition of real milk and cereal, like Honey Nut Cheerios, in a great tasting bar.
Because if I had time, I'd have a bowl of cereal with you.
You just did.
Milk and cereal bars. Everything but the bowl.
Zales introduces the Zales Diamond. It's an 8-sided diamond cut with extra facets for greater brilliance. Love won't be the only thing she's blinded by. Exclusively in Zales stores nationwide or shop online at zales.com.
Wait
Waiting for menopause to worry about the risk of osteoporosis? If you're past 40, you're losing bone mass now. Take Oscal, the calcium supplement, proven effective in more clinical studies. I call it my osteoporosis insurance. Don't take chances, take Oscal.
Now there's an anti-aging breakthrough that wasn't found in a lab. It was found in a plant. Introducing Almate Kinetin. Different from AHAs and retinoids, it contains an ingredient derived from plants and helps reduce the signs of aging without irritation. It's hypoallergenic, it has UVA and UVB protection, and it works. Isn't it about time? Almay, the pure source for beautiful.
Friday morning's the perfect time for a duet with Tony Bennett and K.D. Lang, live on the Plaza. Brought to you by the incredible Edible Egg and only on Today.
Still to come this morning, we've got some important safety information about those popular motorized scooters that everybody seems to have.
Also ahead, today's bride and groom, Jeff and Jenny, find out which wedding cake you chose for them. And then we'll take a look at the choices for Jenny's hairstyle. I just saw Jeff and Jenny in the elevator fighting like cats and dogs.
No, they weren't.
When are we going to pick Jeff's hairstyle?
I think that's been chosen already. Anyway, no, they're not fighting. I want to clear that up.
Okay, nice.
That's all coming up. But first, these messages and your local news.
Oh, sweet.
You are watching Today, America's favorite morning program.
Mervyn starts with me. Hey, that's catchy. And it's true, see? M-E. But why does Mervyn's really start with me? And you? Big brands. Just look at the size of them. Levi's, Dockers, Nike, and Gloria Vanderbilt, to name a few. Now let's talk prices. Bring in the dollar sign! What? You know Mervyn's big brands only come with one kind of price? Small. So why shop any place that doesn't start with you? Or, in this case, me. Mervyn's big brands, small prices.
At Weyerhaeuser, we plant over 100 million new seedlings every year. Trees that can provide the roof over your head, the floor under your feet, the paper a favorite book is written on, and the chair that you sit on while you read it. That's the amazing thing about trees. You can be miles away from the forest, and they still touch you. Weyerhaeuser, the future is growing.
News Channel 8 can also be seen on these local translators. This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Strickland. It's 7:57, 62 degrees outside. Here's what's making news. A suspected serial killer is behind bars this morning, this time in Idaho. Michael Bray was transferred from Vail, Oregon to Payette, Idaho yesterday. That's where Bray, the so-called cowboy killer, is accused of shooting at deputies during a high-speed chase. He's also accused in the deaths or disappearance of more than a half dozen women throughout the Northwest. Lottery fever is sweeping the country and Oregon. The Powerball jackpot has grown to an estimated $200 million. That's the second largest prize in Powerball history. People are buying tickets like crazy despite the odds of winning, which are about 80 million to 1. Time now for a check on that morning commute with Bill Diaz. Good morning, Bill.
Morning, Stephanie. Back to the Terwilliger Curves. They've just cleared that wreck, I-5 southbound in the Terwilliger Curves, but the right lane remains closed, so traffic backs up across the Markham Bridge over to the east side this morning. Also very heavy I-5 northbound from Tiger through the Curves. Highway 26, a Sunset inbound starts to slow back at Cornell Road to the top of the Sylvan Hill. Live from the ODOT Traffic Command Center, I'm Bill Diaz. Now the forecast here is Dave Selesky.
And as always, Bill, thanks very much. And folks, once again, lots of rain back in the forecast. Lighter amounts here in the downtown area, but take a look at this next batch now. Just to the west, the metropolitan area, we're seeing some moderate, even some heavy spots popping up. See those by the yellow being shown by Live, First Alert Doppler 8000. In the meantime, current conditions outside, cloudy, light rain coming down, 62 degrees our current temperature. And here's the forecast today. Rain becoming showers late in the day. Our daytime high at 68. Stephanie, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. That's all for now. We'll be back with more local news in just 25 minutes.
You are here. He has the traveler's checks here. Need a better solution? Try checks for two from American Express. The traveler's check either of you can use. Don't leave home without them.
Looking for low-rate financing or big cash back on a new car? Then get to the 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance, where you can get $2,000 cash back on your choice of any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. Or choose low 0% APR financing on any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. With deals this good, you may not believe your eyes. The 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance at your participating Portland area Pontiac dealer.
Win cool prizes in the Northwest Summer Sweepstakes, like this new satellite system from Affordable Cellular and Satellite, your wireless communications and entertainment specialist. Get your entry card at any area Albertsons. It's your store. Brought to you by News Channel 8, your official station of summer.
We're back at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. It's the 22nd day of August, 2001. You're looking live at the lines for tonight's Powerball lottery drawing. The jackpot now stands at, if Al were looking at this, he'd have his finger next to his mouth going,
$200 million.
That's right. Do you feel lucky? If you do, get out and buy a ticket, because the slogan here in New York used to be, you got to be in it to win it. And you're looking at the lucky folks who are joining us this morning. If we dissolve.
Or wipe.
If we dissolve.
Or take.
There you go. The lucky folks who are joining us this morning outside Studio 1A are
Hey, speaking of lucky.
Lucky Charms. Our director there was out buying a Powerball ticket. Apologize for that. Oh, that's cute. Anyway, inside the studio, I'm Matt Lauer, along with Ann Curry, who's here while Katie's taking vacation, and Al Roker's here as well.
You guys scare me. You think so much alike. I'm telling you. You finish each other's sentences.
Between you and me, it scares me, too. Coming up in this half hour, you have a safety warning for us?
That's right. The head of the Consumer Product Safety Commission is going to be here to fill us in on new warnings on motorized scooters and also the recall of some children's toys. And then a little bit later on, Jenny and Jeff are back to find out which wedding cake you selected for them. And we're also going to show you the 4 hairstyles to choose from for Jenny on her very big day, man.
Also, the lovely young actress Julia Stiles is here to tell us about her new movie. It's called O, based on Shakespeare's tragedy Othello. But in this version, the action centers around love, jealousy, and murder in a high school. We're also going to have some pointers to help parents prepare their college-bound freshmen for new life that is ahead of them. And that's a tough time for a lot of young people, students, first time away from home, new responsibilities.
Tough for the parents, too.
Exactly right. We'll talk about all that coming up. Before we do, let's go over to the news desk. Once again, here's John Siegenthaler.
Matt, Ann, and Al, morning. Good morning, everyone. Staunch Republican conservative Senator Jesse Helms is expected to announce later today he will not seek a 6th term. That means Helms, who's from North Carolina, would step down when his current term ends in 2 years. Helms turns 80 this year. He was first elected to the Senate in 1972. New numbers from the White House today show the budget surplus outside the Social Security revenues has significantly dwindled. Estimates say the surplus is now $158 billion, down about $100 billion from April. Democrats blame the drop on President Bush's tax cut, but the president says it's mostly the result of an economic slowdown. A massive manhunt has turned up no sign of the suspect, who's now accused of killing 6 relatives in California. Investigators found the body of Nikolai Soltis, his 3-year-old son, on Tuesday. Police believe Soltis is responsible for killing his son, in addition to the murders of his pregnant wife, aunt, uncle, and 2 young cousins. A Texas jury resumes deliberations today in the billion-dollar lawsuit against Bridgestone Firestone. The case stems from an accident last year when a Ford Explorer with Firestone tires rolled over, leaving a Texas woman paralyzed and brain damaged. This is the first such lawsuit to go to trial. 8 people are under arrest following a bust on a ring accused of rigging McDonald's Monopoly and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire games. FBI officials say the ring fixed winners of $1 million and other big money prizes, and then the winners shared the cash with members of the group. Authorities say no McDonald's employees were involved. Today, one of the doctors for the world's first recipient of an artificial self-contained heart said Robert Tools is making progress. This after Tools met the world for the first time on Tuesday. NBC's Fred Francis reports.
50 days ago, Robert Tools, so weak he could not hold his head up to speak to doctors. His diseased heart barely pumping. The grim prognosis, death within a month. Today, Tools is a medical hero and a pioneer. The first self-contained artificial heart is a 2-pound titanium and plastic pumping machine. No external tubes or wires keeping him alive.
Except here, I have a whirling sound. And that makes me realize that I'm alive because I can use it without a stethoscope.
To be eligible, tools fit a rigid FDA experimental profile, only an 80% chance of living 30 days. Tools doctors at the University of Louisville's Jewish Hospital say there are 100,000 Americans who could benefit from this breakthrough.
5 to 10 years from now, it may be routine as maybe valve surgery or bypass surgery is today.
But before that is possible, there must be 4 more mechanical implant operations in LA, Philadelphia, Boston, and Houston. And after a period of evaluation, 10 more.
I was happy to wake up and see people to know that I was alive.
Since he is the first, Robert Tools understands he might not survive to see all that, but he's proud he led the way. Fred Francis, NBC News, Louisville.
NASA says thunderstorms could delay the landing of the Space Shuttle Discovery in Florida later today. The shuttle will bring home 3 former International Space Station crew members who spent some 5 months on board the Alpha. Out west, firefighters expect to fully contain a big wildfire in Northern California by Saturday. That blaze has forced several dozen people to evacuate. And in Washington state, better weather has eased the wildfire risk to homeowners in the resort town of Leavenworth. And as we've been mentioning all morning, much of the country is in the grip of Powerball fever today. People are already lining up this morning hoping to have a lot of luck when they buy tickets for tonight's drawing. An estimated $200 million. It's one of the biggest lottery prizes ever, but the odds of winning are slim, only 1 in 80 million. Powerball is played in 21 states and the District of Columbia. It's now 8:06. Back to Matt and Ann.
John, if you were to win, would you quit your job?
I might.
Okay. Phone call for you, John, by the way.
John,
thanks very much. Let's get a check of the weather now from Mr. Roker. Al, would you quit your job?
Bye. But anyway, look, as long as we're working, we're having a great time out here. And we got some friends from All. You doing something for kids and blankets?
We sure are. We're celebrating the launch of All Baby Care Plus detergent. We're making a donation today to the Children's Aid Society of blankets and product.
Well, that's really awfully nice. And there's some other folks doing some nice things with a cute baby. We've got all the Lucky, we got Lucky, we got the Honey Nut Cheerios Bee, and Count Chocula, the Trix Rabbit, Sonny, and you guys are doing Box Tops for Education?
We are. We're celebrating $50 million and giving cash to America's schools, the Box Tops for Education program.
All right, well, thank you. Lucky, I saw you in that Len Berman Spanning the World. You didn't do very well. Okay, let's take a look, show you what's going on, and you'll see that we got a lot of wet weather in the Pacific Northwest, which is good news. Strong storms now right along the Indiana-Ohio border and some wet weather also in parts of central Wisconsin. Look for the sunshine to be here in the northeast, although northern New England will see some wet weather with some thunderstorms. 103 in Phoenix today, sunny and warm in the desert southwest. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday morning, and from our Northwest Sky Cam up on the Pioneer Park building, looking down into Pioneer Courthouse Square, cloudy skies and rain is in the forecast all day long today. Here's the satellite and radar loop. You can see that rain all throughout western Oregon, western Washington, and now crossing over the Cascades. Our local forecast here in Portland calls for rain at times, becoming showers late in the day. Winds will be out of the southeast, and today's high, 68 degrees.
He's got a little breakfast here. Who's this?
This is Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing? What a cutie. How old is he?
Kyle's a year old.
Where are you guys from?
Rockland County.
Can I have some? All right, let's head back inside the mat.
Find out which wedding cake more than 260,000 of you chose for Jenny and Jeff's big day. And then next up, details on the Consumer Product Safety Commission warnings on motorized scooters. But first, these messages.
Asthma was watching my kids grow up and not always being able to participate. Advair is a new asthma product that's clinically proven to improve lung function and increase symptom-free days to help you do more of the things you want to do. That's because Advair is the first and only product to effectively treat the 2 main components of asthma, airway constriction and inflammation. Just 1 inhalation, morning and night. Advair won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be taken more than twice a day. People switching from an oral steroid like prednisone to Advair, which contains an inhaled steroid, need to be especially careful.
While adjusting to the switch, your body may not be as able to heal after surgery, infection, or serious injury. If you have heart or blood pressure problems, tell your doctor. Some people may experience a change in heart rhythm. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve. Ask your doctor if new Advair is right for you. Advair, because life should take your breath away, not asthma.
1 part tulip, 2 parts French vanilla, and a pinch of fresh sand. Introducing Swedish Home by Ethan Allen. All the ingredients you need to make an elegantly simple home.
Did you know your Aleve works on headaches too? When my wife got bad headaches, the pain relievers she tried, they'd work for a while, then quit. So she'd have to take more. I had some Aleve for my arthritis pain, so she tried it. Now she's got her life back, and I've got her back.
Just 2 Aleve can stop pain all day. It would take 8 Tylenol to do that.
Thanks, Aleve, for making such a difference.
And for all-day sinus relief with the strength of Aleve, try Aleve Cold and Sinus.
Once you pass 50, skincare's a whole new game.
L'Oreal introduces Age Perfect anti-sagging and rehydrating treatment. Age Perfect increases mature skin's resiliency as it deeply moisturizes. 83% of women reported more resilient skin. New Age Perfect, only from L'Oreal.
Morning, guys.
Hi.
Hey, morning.
Like to see how your cereals stack up the total?
Go ahead.
To get the iron in 1 bowl of total, you'll have to eat 2 bowls of cornflakes. For folic acid, try 4 bowls.
And a really big spoon.
Want zinc? 10 bowls for you.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Nice bowls.
Total has 100% of 11 vitamins and minerals in just 1 bowl.
We'll take the total. Sure. Give Junior the check.
What? Total, 1 bowl, 100%. Look for savings on Total in Sunday's paper.
Bo goes away to college this year. He needs everything for his dorm room. Fortunately, Walmart has everything. The prices are terrific, and we can give him a Walmart shopping card for the things he needs later. Do you like the light or the dark blue? Walmart is just a lifesaver for us. They have everything we need to send them off to college. More importantly, I can afford it. I think I'm more nervous than he is.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued a warning about the safety of motorized scooters. Here with more on that, as well as 6 other recalls of products that may pose serious risk to children, is CPSC Chairman Ann Brown. Ann, good morning.
Good morning.
Motorized scooters, very popular. What's the problem?
Well, this is the new wave, and they're a hot trend, but we're seeing lots of injuries. From 1999 to 2000, the injuries went up 200%. And in the first 7 months of this year, we see them going up even more.
And you've actually even had a couple of people killed when the motorized scooters and cars get in contact. And in both cases, neither was wearing a helmet.
Well, there were actually 3 deaths.
3 deaths.
And one on August 15th, which is the newest one, to a little 6-year-old boy in California. And none of these people were wearing helmets.
Let's show people some of the problems. I mean, you get on these things. Now, there are a lot of scooters that don't have motors, but this is one of the ones with motors. You push this button, and if you just keep pushing it, sometimes it jumps out of control. And I'm a grown woman, and I'm having a hard time hanging on to that. If you're a child, that's very difficult. So what are your recommendations?
Well, first of all, no children under 12 should use these. They are just too high-powered. They could go too quickly. They can go up to 22 miles an hour. And so our people at the agency say not under 12. Some people say not under 16. But we think 12 and up can handle it, but nobody younger than that. And then you should wear the gear, the helmets, the elbow pads, the knee pads, and especially the helmets. Those are absolutely life-saving. Don't ride at night. And you're best not to ride in the street. Find a big church parking lot or school playground. That's the best place to ride.
And this covers all motorized scooters?
All motorized scooters, gas and electric.
Let's talk about the toys and the things, other items that you are actually recalling, not just warning against.
That's right. Now, this is furniture from Target stores, and it's dollhouse, wooden dollhouse furniture, but all of the yellow has lead in it, the yellow paint. And you know, of course, lead poisoning is a terrible danger to children. So this is being recalled. If you bought this at Target, take it back to where you got it.
And you will get your money back.
A full refund.
Okay, and who makes this, by the way?
This is XL Industries.
Okay, good to know.
But Target is the place that you bought it, and you can return it to any Target.
Also, these toys, which are not very expensive and were sold until May of this year.
That's right. These were all sold. These are 4 different toys that were sold at dollar stores, and they all have small parts that could come off and choke a child. even toys that are sold for $1 or less have to be safe. So these are recalled, and you can call the company, and they will be sure to tell you where you can get a refund.
All right, these are made by STK International.
Correct.
Of course, they were just $1, so some people may not want to take them in.
That's possible, but you certainly want to take them away from your child. You don't want them playing with a toy that they can choke on. Be sure to substitute another toy so you don't have a heartbroken child.
In general, if you have a small child, you should always just double check, I think, any toy you buy, no matter what the label says.
Well, you certainly should, but the other thing is no toy should be sold that is going to break off and have a part that can harm a child.
All right, okay. Now, these helmets, 10,000 of these were sold. And they have a sticker in here saying that the CPSC has approved
certified CPSC, but they're really not. They don't pass our impact tests. And that means that if a child or anybody has an incident when a crash on a bike, they would not be protected. Their heads would not be protected when wearing this helmet. And they could have brain injuries or die.
And this is basically a skateboarding helmet, but it has to comply with the bicycle requirements.
It says it complies with these requirements, and when it says that, it certainly does. You know, all helmets for biking now comply with CPSC standards. And that means that we have reduced head injuries on bikes when you wear these helmets by 60%. So always wear a helmet when you're biking, but if it says CPSC on it, it has to comply with all our regulations for impact.
All right, Ann Brown, this is very important information. Hopefully parents will have taken these items away from their children and get their refunds. Thank you so much for giving us these warnings this morning.
Thanks, Ann.
All right, and if you'd like more information on these recalls, you can log on to our website or also call the CPSC hotline at 1-800-638-2772. And also log on to our website at today.msnbc.com. Up next, actress Julia Stiles on her new movie, Oh. Hi, Julia.
Hi.
After these messages.
This will be an everlasting love. This will be the one I'm waiting for. This will be the first time anyone has loved me.
More women use orthotricycline than any other birth control pill. Taken correctly, it's over 99% effective, so you don't worry about getting pregnant till you want to. And orthotricycline is clinically proven to help clear up moderate acne.
The pill does not protect against HIV or sexually transmitted diseases. Serious risks include blood clot, stroke, and heart attack. Cigarette smoking increases these risks, especially if you're a smoker over 35. Women who use the pill are urged not to smoke. Women who have blood clots, certain cancers, a history of heart attack or stroke, and those who could be pregnant should not use the pill. For more information, talk to your healthcare provider.
If you're going to take the pill, why not take orthotricycline? Clinically proven to help your skin look better. Orthotricycline. Isn't it great to find the one that's right for you?
This will be
my Daisy. She's sensitive about her age and her skin. So every day I feed her Science Diet Sensitive Skin with vitamin E and fatty acids to help avoid itchy skin. How do I know? I'm also her vet. Science Diet Sensitive Skin.
Ask your doctor about Nasonex with moisturizing glycerin, taken once a day for nasal allergy relief due to pollens, molds, dust, and pets, day or night. Sleep on it. Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Nasonex. Fewer sneezes, fewer worries.
Tropicana Pure Premium Grove Stand is made from only fresh oranges, never from concentrate. It's as close as you can get to the orange. Tropicana Pure Premium.
Imagine a way to transform dull, ordinary hair discover soft, silky, beautiful hair with the heat-activated moisturizers in new Thermasilk.
when marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more.
Julia Stiles is no stranger to Shakespeare. In addition to starring as Ophelia in a recent film adaptation of Hamlet, she was also featured in 10 Things I Hate About You, a teenage version of The Taming of the Shrew. Her latest film, O, is based on Othello, one of the Bard's darker tales. And instead of Venice, the setting for this updated tale of love, jealousy, and murder is a high school, where a romance between Stiles' Desi and Mekhi Phifer's Odin causes some waves.
We're 18, and personally, I'm not trying to get married by some Elvis impersonator out in Vegas or nothing like that, but I figured maybe we could pretend for a while, you know?
That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Julia Stiles, welcome. Good to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you.
You read this script 4 years ago. You were 16 at the time,
Yeah.
right? What was it that jumped out? Why'd you say, okay, this is a role I want to do?
I just thought it was a great adaptation of a really classic play. Othello was the first Shakespearean play that I had read that I thought I actually understood, and I actually cried at the end. It's very moving, and I was excited by the adaptation of it because I think it transcends time.
Well, but transcends time. Is it hard to make Shakespeare work in 2001? Do the stories just last, or is it a tricky kind of line you have to walk?
I think they last. I mean, Othello is the perfect example. We got rid of all the language and the trappings of 17th century, that world that we don't really understand. And at the root of this story is, you know, paranoia and jealousy and themes that really are appropriate today.
One of the things that's a truth about this movie is that it was a difficult road coming to the screen. It was shot a couple of years ago. And it wrapped production just before the tragedy at Columbine High School, where students were killed. In this movie, of course, because there's jealousy and love and murder in a high school setting, a lot of people got very nervous about the timing of that.
They did, yeah. We made it 2 years ago, and we kept having these release dates that would get pushed, and it got more and more discouraging. And
were people stopping and saying, okay, too close to Columbine, that's why we're not releasing it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. They, whoever that is, they said that they wanted to be respectful of the families involved in Columbine, which I completely understand. We all understood, but, you know, if anything, we set out to make an anti-violence film, and we weren't trying to exploit anything that, any of the school shootings or those specific situations, because really it's a separate story. But of course you're going to, you know, notice the similarities between real life and what's in the movie.
So the movie was a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about, play high school literature teacher for me for a second. Give me the thumbnail sketch of Othello and tell me a little bit about this updated version of Desi.
Okay, the Cliff Notes version. Basically, the classic villain in literature is Iago, and Iago is the main character in Othello, and he's jealous of Othello, and he sets out on this mission to play mind games with Othello and convince him that the girl that he loves, Desdemona, is cheating on him, and it just escalates out of control. And in the modern adaptation, Othello is named Odin, and he is a star basketball player at this very rigorous, high-pressured prep school. And Desi is, you know, the most popular girl in school, and Iago does the same thing. He convinces Othello that Desi's cheating on him, and you know, ultimately that's his ruin.
And in this particular clip, we're going to see Odin comes to see Desi in her room.
What's the deal? Everyone at this school likes Hugo except you.
Nobody doesn't like him. I don't trust anyone that doesn't have at least one enemy.
Well, I guess he does.
I didn't think you were gonna make it.
Oh, come on now. You know I can't beat Magnolia tomorrow. I don't see my good luck charm first. What's up, Em?
Hey.
Hey, I got something for you. It's over 100 years old.
It's over your price range is what it is.
It was my great-grandmother's, and it's always been in my family. It's supposed to stay that way, but I feel like we're already family.
I'm curious who you think this movie's for, and I ask because there's violence in the movie. It's rated R. There's also a sex scene in this movie that, not shocking probably isn't the right word, somewhat aggressive.
Yeah,
powerful?
Well, one of the scenes, I'm not naked, by the way. I just want to say that for my grandmother's sake. One of the tricky things about that scene is that it's a huge turning point in the movie, and it brings up a lot of themes of, you know, female sexuality. And the problem that Desi faces is that the more she loves Othello, the more that turns around and slaps her in the face, so to speak. I mean, that makes him more suspicious, and that brings up all the issues of the double standard with women. But the scene is very intense, and it starts out one way as a love scene, and it quickly turns into a rape.
So who is the movie geared toward?
I mean, it is rated R, but I don't think teenagers will stop at that. I think adults will actually really like it because it's very, very thought-provoking, and it's a serious film, and it's not a teen movie at all. I hope that teenagers will see it if they're mature enough to handle it.
One of the positive things about the delay in coming to the screen, a lot of people say, is that your name has certainly risen in terms of star power in those years, which is certainly good for box office and good for the prospects for this film. It's called O. Julia Stiles, nice to have you here.
Great to be here, thank you.
It's a pleasure. 8:25 still to come this morning. Jeff and Jenny are back to find out which cake you chose for them. But first, these messages and your local news.
Lexus, pursuing perfection.
For more than 50 years, Stanley Steamer has developed innovations you won't find from any other carpet cleaner. Expert technicians who take care of details, powerful equipment, arrival times at your convenience, and service unmatched by anyone. All with one goal, your satisfaction.
Have 3 areas clean for $89.
Stanley Steamer, tough on dirt, gentle on carpet.
Target, the new home of SpongeBob SquarePants.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
And good morning, everyone. It is 8:26 now. The temperature outside is 62 degrees this morning. I'm Russ Lewis, along with Hank Stack. Here's what's happening this morning. We're keeping an eye on a bluff in North Portland this morning as it weathers the first rains since a big fire earlier this month. The fire cleared the slope of vegetation that held that soil together. So there is some fear of erosion this morning, even the remote possibility of a landslide. The city wants to spray the slope with a fast-growing grass seed at a cost of nearly $300,000. This morning's rain is good news for tired firefighters in the Northwest. The wet weather and cooler temperatures are helping them make some progress on several large wildfires in both Oregon and Washington. However, drier conditions will return for this weekend. Now with a look at a rainy morning commute, here is Bill Diaz. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. Thank you. Inbound on I-84, still pretty slow from I-205 most of the way down to I-5 in Vancouver. I-5 southbound slows from Hazeldale down to the Interstate Bridge. An earlier stall on the Interstate Bridge has been pushed out of the way. Highway 26 to Sunset, slowing starts back at Cornell Road to the top of the Sylvan Hill. I-5 northbound still recovering from earlier problems, slow near I-205 and from Capitol Highway through the Terwilliger curves. Live from the ODOT Traffic Command Center, I'm Bill Diaz. Now with the forecast, here's Dave Selesky.
And Bill, thanks very much. And folks, take a look at live first alert, Doppler 8000. That rain still coming down all over western Oregon, southwest Washington, and of course here locally, Portland and Vancouver. We're going to see light to occasionally heavy rain at times throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. Now here's the jet stream map. Big trough of low pressure is carved out all across the Pacific Northwest. This little frontal band right here pushes the rain on throughout the morning and into the afternoon hours. By tonight, as a front passes overhead, we will see the rain become more rain showers. Now, currently outside here in Portland, rain still coming down, 62 degrees of temperature. The wind is light out of the east, about 3 to 4 miles an hour. And, of course, the forecast today, rain becoming showers late in the day. Our high today, just 68. Now, Russ and Hank, back to you.
All right, Dave, thanks very much. That's all for now. Another update in 25 minutes. Have a good morning.
On the next Live from Las Vegas, Whoopi Goldberg is the special guest co-host. Then Iyanla Vanzant tells Regis about her new talk show. And sexy Jennifer Lopez on Live.
Today at 11 on News Channel 8.
Buick Summer Drive Away adds bonus cash. Through August 31st, get a Buick Open Golf bonus on top of closeout cash on every new 2001 Buick. Drive away with total cashback offers ranging from $2,400 to $3,900. Golf bonus cash ends August 31st. Buick Summer Drive Away. And look at this 2002 Rendezvous. Lease a CXL all-wheel drive for as low as $394 per month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See your participating Buick dealer.
All teams report in. Facelift team? Check. Stocking team? Ready. Sign team? Sign team?
Okay, we're out.
All right, everybody, let's clear out. Oh, this place is going to be a zoo.
Pick and Save has changed its name to Big Lots, and we're giving you more reasons than ever to become a closeout shopper. Right now, get this Mr. Coffee 12-cup coffee maker for just $19.99. Big Lots, brand names, closeout prices.
Try Big Lots. You know you want to.
Tonight, Jay's all new with Freddie Prinze Jr. From Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Kevin Smith, Mary J. Blige, and Tonight Show Secrets Revealed. Then Conan's got David Duchovny tonight.
We're back at 8:30 on this Wednesday morning. It's the 22nd day of August 2001, and that's Jeff and Jenny. They're our today wedding couple, and you're looking back to the day they found out that they were chosen for that. A little recap of what's happened over the summer. You chose their rings, their invitations, the bridesmaids' dresses, the meal for their reception, the dresses for the mother of the bride and groom, and today you're going to find out which cake you've chosen for their reception. It's been a busy summer. They're only 2 weeks away from their big day.
But also we have a big day today because not only are we going to find out which cake we chose, the viewers chose, but also we're going to take a look at the 4 hairstyles choices, which is really big. I mean, this is a major thing for Jenny to give up the choice of how she's going to wear her hair. It's a very personal decision.
Yeah, last year, Melanie wore her hair up, which I'm not sure would have been her choice, but she looked beautiful on the big day, and Jenny will look gorgeous in whatever style you choose. Before we get to that, also, we're going to talk about sending your freshmen off to college. It's a tough time. Students going away from home in many cases for the first time. Also tough on parents when they leave the house. We'll have advice for how you can get through that rough time in a few minutes. But before we get to that, let's go to Mr. Roker here in the plaza.
And I understand one of the choices this year is a modified Mr. T.
Yes, exactly. With the jewelry.
Hopefully
exactly.
not.
Well, you know, I can dream. You know? Anyway, you can't wait to go to school? What is wrong with you, young lady? What's your name?
Kelsey.
You're really looking forward to going to school, huh? Where do you go to school?
Williamstown Elementary.
Where's that?
Williamstown, Mass.
Okay, is this your sister here?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to going to school? All right. Kindergarten. Oh, wow. What grade are you going into?
Second.
Second grade. All right. Well, nice to see you. Do you know these people behind you?
Nope.
I'm guessing it's maybe mom and dad. All right. For school too. Yeah, very nice. I bet you are. It's like that Staples commercial. They're going back. Let's take a look, show you what's going on as far as your weather's concerned. Temperatures today, cooler in the northwest, plus they're going to get some rain. Good news. Still 100s, though, in Southern California, right on into Texas, 80s and 90s in the southeast. Let's take a look at the weather conditions. Some strong storms in the upper Midwest and the plains. Also expect some strong storms as you work your way into the desert northwest. What are you doing? He's pushing me. Oh, we're taking pictures? Okay. There you go. By the sign. Okay. All right.
Got it.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay.
A Matt Lauer picture. Wow, it's like an Ansel Adams, only not. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck.
On a Wednesday morning, our northwest sky cam in downtown Portland shows a very wet Markham Bridge. Rain's been falling throughout the area all morning long and will keep falling throughout much today. Look at our satellite and jet stream map. Nice big broad trough of low pressure carved out here. Grabs that moisture out of the Gulf and moves it onshore up against the Oregon-Washington coastline. So here's the forecast for you for today, Wednesday. Rain at times with showers late in the day. Southeast winds and a high of 68.
And a member of one of the Oregon Ducks where Ann went to school.
Yeah, you bet believe it. You better believe it.
Okay. Nice hat. Thank you very much. All right, let's head back over to Mr. Matt.
All right, Al, thanks very much. Up next, we're talking wedding cakes and hairstyles with Jeff and Jenny. But first, this is Today on NBC.
It's model year closeout time at Bruce Chevrolet in Hillsborough. Get more for your money now. Your opportunity to save big with 1.9 financing. That's right, get 1.9 financing on brand new Tahoes and Suburbans, or 2.9 financing on Silverado pickups. Don't wait till it's too late. When everybody has told you what they can't do, then you need to drive out to Bruce Chevrolet. 1.9 financing will be over soon. You know the place. That's Bruce Chevrolet in Hillsboro, a name you can trust.
Estee Lauder changes the world of skincare with non-acid technology. Idealist Skin Refinisher for the skin you want. Unbelievably smooth and even-toned. Idealist Skin Refinisher from Estee Lauder. The newest gift, 8 makeup, skincare, and fragrance must-haves, including a chic case. And the newest choice, your favorite way to blush. Free with any 2150 Estee Lauder purchase. Through September 1st, exclusively at Meyer & Frank.
Now playing at Portland's Keller Auditorium. Experience Broadway's smash hit musical, Disney's Beauty and the Beast. The most spectacular evening of Broadway entertainment ever imagined. Discover the magic for yourself. Now through the 26th at Keller Auditorium. Tickets on sale at all Ticketmaster outlets or by calling 503-790-ARTS. Part of the Best of Broadway series.
Looking for low-rate financing or big cash back on a new car? Then get to the 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance, where you can get $2,000 cash back on your choice of any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. Or choose low 0% APR financing on any new 2001 Grand Am or Grand Prix. With deals this good, you may not believe your eyes. The 2001 Pontiac Summer Clearance at your participating Portland area Pontiac dealer.
Today Throws a Wedding is presented by Club Wed Gift Registry at Target. Shop, wrap, and send gifts at Target.com.
This morning on Today Throws a Wedding, we talk about one of the biggest decisions for a bride on her wedding day, her hairstyle. Jenny and Jeff are joined this morning by their sister, Kelly Statzer. Good morning to all of you. And also, Kelly, it's because of you that we are here. You're the one who convinced Jenny and Jeff to apply for this?
Yeah, I watched it last year with Peter and Melanie and thought that they have such a great story. I thought that they would definitely win.
And when you heard that they were the ones chosen, you must have just been over the moon.
Yeah, I was jumping up and down with my daughter. I was so excited.
Well, we're really glad that you did that. You know, before we get to the hairstyles, we have to go over the wedding cakes and take a look at the choices that you voted on this past week. And so here are the choices, everybody. Number 1 is It's All About the Bows, a periwinkle and white cake covered in sugar bows by Margaret Braun. Number 2 is the Traditional Elegance Cake, an all-white cake draped in white chocolate by Cakework of San Francisco. Number 3, the Whimsy Cake, accented with pink and blue flowers by Polly's Cakes of Portland, Oregon. And number 4, the Limoges Box Periwinkle Cake with an embroidered look by La Petite Fleur in Columbus, Ohio. More than 260,000 of you logged in to make your vote. Wow. And drum roll, please, because the vote that won was cake number 2. Yay. Traditional Elegance by Cakework. I see you clap. You're clapping. The flavor, the look, or both?
All of it. The cheesecake, the chocolate, the white chocolate, the flowers. I loved it.
The flavor got me.
Okay. So I'm back for a second piece on that. I loved that cake.
Okay, so the viewers have not let you down yet again. Okay, now we're going to now move on to the next choice, which was about the hairstyle. But before we do that, you have to turn around, close your eyes, because we're going to give people a little glimpse of the dress. So hide your eyes. You know, you two, Jenny and Kelly, you two went for Jenny's second fitting at Reem Accra, where the dress has been designed, and it was. And look, there's your reaction, Kelly, your baby sister.
Yeah, I am getting a little misty watching. It's beautiful.
It's got a gorgeous front and a really pretty back, a deep kind of a back. And she looks gorgeous. You just look so gorgeous in it, Jenny. Don't even listen to us, Jeff. You can't hear us. Okay, now we need to take a look at you can look now, at the hairstyle for the wedding day. And joining us, all of us, is Louis Licari, who has salons in New York and Beverly Hills. And you came up with 4 different styles for Kelly. For Jenny, right?
Right. We came up with 4 styles. And you know, the thing about getting your hair ready for a wedding is that it should be fun and simple. You should pick a hairdo that's flattering to you and makes you look and feel beautiful. A lot of people are very overwhelmed by this decision, though.
They are. And how do you feel about relinquishing complete control over probably one of the most important decisions of your day?
They were great over at Louis Licari. I absolutely loved the day that I spent there, and
I was really happy with everything that they did. They worked well with my hair and my texture, my face, so all the 4 choices I loved. It's hard for me to find a favorite with them.
Okay, people who've been watching this series regularly will notice that you've already had something differently done to your hair. Louis, you changed your color just a little bit?
Right. Well, what we did is we added some warmth to her hair. You know, when you get married, this is your day that you are a star. And one thing that celebrities know, oh, we're doing it right here? And there she is, being quite a star. And the easiest way to look like a star is with hair color. Here I am adding a color all over her hair. To put a little bit of red in it, and we added a few highlights as well to give it a little sparkle.
But do you really, excuse me for interrupting, really want as a bride to do anything dramatic here?
No.
You didn't do something dramatic here. You
this
just
is
gave
very
a little
close
perk.
to her color. It's Jenny, only better. You know, and what we're trying to do is, and here's Dickie, by the way, in the first hairdo already starting. This is his simple, classic flowing look. And what he did here is, you see, he set the hair first. And then he combed it, and the trick here is not to use excessive product. And this will give you a simple hairdo with fullness.
And health. It looks so healthy. Well, let's take a look then at the 4 styles that you came up with. The first style you call a simple flowing look. It's basically a straight downdo?
This is a straight downdo. And this is a very, it's a casual look. And this is for people who really want to look like themselves on their wedding day.
Okay.
The trick here is, here it is, he's starting out with the set. Setting on big rollers. This will give fullness. So because your hair is straight, that doesn't mean that you want it to have body. And then what he's doing then is, after he does it, then he'll brush it straight and place it into place. And here you see the hair is in place, but not every hair in place. There's slight movement on the bottom. This gives the illusion of movement.
It really looks like Jenny, and it's very healthy looking and gorgeous.
Yeah, really
it's pretty. Okay, now the second style is the up and down do. This is just a few hairs pulled back?
Right. Now this is very flattering hairdo as well, because what it does is it takes the hair off your face, so it gives you that little bit of lift. She has the casualness of a down do, but the elegance of an updo.
And it has some nice wispiness on the back.
Right.
You can see the separation and pieciness there.
And what he does here is, you can see he sort of, again, twists the hair and pulls it softly off the nape and using very little spray. Today's wedding hairdo should not be lacquered into place. Ooh. This looks more modern, younger, and fresher.
All right, let's take a look at the next style, which you call romantic waves. It's a low updo. What exactly is
that? Right, and look how romantic.
That's a beautiful look.
Okay, now, and this is Dickie. He's a world-class stylist, I should say. He's work races many magazines. And what he did is, first he set the hair on rollers, and then he's placing it slowly with these pins, these hair pins, and he's actually sculpting the hairdo around her facial features. So he's customizing the hairstyle to her face. So literally, the first with the rollers to control the wave, and then he's placing wave in, literally, you see him doing it here, one at a time, and then putting them in with clips.
Oh,
and
look
at how gorgeous.
Very beautiful.
This is a very romantic, soft, beautiful hairdo.
Now, the fourth style is a classic upsweep. This is a very traditional hairstyle.
Absolutely. And with the classic upsweep, this is the chignon that you want to have the twist up and off the neck. You see right here, the focal point is, in fact, the neck. This is perhaps one of the more elegant hairdos. It's very sophisticated, but again, we wanted to make it look appropriate and beautiful for Jenny. So what we did here is we kept the waves. He did not make it harsh or severe. And again, notice the minimal use of spray and excessive hair products, so it has a young, fresh look about it, which is key.
Yeah. Now, during all this time, we saw glimpses of you, Jeff. You were out there watching the styling, and actually, you were, a really good sport about watching all of this. It took a long time.
Yeah. I hung in there. It was amazing, though, just watching what they could do with their hair.
And you didn't bring a book.
No.
So you decided to.
There he is. They said,
now that's the do for you, Jeff.
That's the do. Louis, what can you do with this hair? I said, I'll try.
It's really perfect just as it is. I think the great bit of advice here is that for any bride, you should go in and talk to a stylist or your hairdresser or to your mom and get advice so that you can figure out what to do beforehand.
Right. Stay close. Look like yourself. Color your hair a few weeks before. Have dress rehearsals. And work with a hairstyle and texture that it's going to work with your hair. If, in other words, if you don't have thick hair, don't have a hairdo that would require thick hair.
All right. Louis Akari, thank you so much for that great advice this
Thank
morning.
you.
And let's review the 4 hairstyles you have to select from then in this case. It's style number 1, the simple flowing look. Number 2, the style is the up and down do. Style number 3 is the romantic wave. Style number 4 is the classic upsweep. And you have until Tuesday at noon to log on to our website at msnbc.com to vote for the hairstyle for Jenny's special day. Thanks all of you. Up next, preparing new freshmen for college life. But first, this is Today on NBC.
You didn't know that was
Wasn't
ready
ready
for it.
Get your Volkswagen before someone else does, because through August 31st, they'll be going fast.
You've heard me say it, we won't be undersold. To prove it, we're having a sale to beat any other competitor's sale. We're offering this Sealy Twin mattress for only $69. This Serta Queen set, just $189. We've got plush king sets at only $399. We shopped around and our sale blows every other sale out of the water. This sale ends Labor Day, but hurry in for best selection. It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World, where low overhead means low prices.
What are little girls made of? Sugar. Spice. And everything. Nice. The all-wheel drive Subaru Forester. Sport utility top. Car easy.
So, what are you made of?
Today's Back to School is brought to you by Walmart. Always low prices, always.
This morning on our Back to School series, helping your child prepare for college. Leaving home for a life on campus can be a real big adjustment for a lot of kids. Recently, we visited some incoming freshmen at American University to see how they're getting along.
The transition from high school to college life was very difficult. I mean, leaving home, leaving your mom, you know, doing your own laundry for in my case, the first time, and eating college food, it's difficult.
I have some fries, please.
Curly fries or regular fries?
Curly fries.
In our dining room, we have the fried food, the hamburgers, we have hot dogs, curly fries, regular fries. We have a salad bar, lunch meat, things like that. Sometimes it just gets old seeing the same things over and over, but I have to live with it.
What amazed me was when we first got here, everyone ordered pizza, like almost every single night. And it's like, on top of ordering pizza, they were going out. So it's like, you pay 10 bucks in the cab, and you go out to wherever, 15 bucks, and you come home and order pizza. So you're spending, 30, 40 bucks a night.
I missed a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of overdue. I'm washing the colors, but as you can see, I'm putting some whites in with the colors only because I don't have a lot of money, so I can't afford to wash another load.
What are some of the themes that we've talked about?
My parents, basically, they told me to keep my head focused, to keep in the books. Education is the #1 priority. Of course, we're paying, $33,000, $34,000 a year. I'm not going to just pay this money for you can just slack around.
The first 3 days, I think I called home at least 3 or 4 times a day. But after that, I call home basically the typical college student when I need something.
Today, contributor and child psychologist Ruth Peters has advice for preparing your child for college life. Ruth, good to see you.
Good morning,
You mean the light colors and the dark colors don't get washed together?
Well, if you want pink underwear and socks, it's fine. Do it. Go for it.
This is a hard time for parents and kids. And students, I should say. Let's talk about some of the things that they need to know. First of all, packing them off to college. A lot of students want to take everything in their room.
And you got to realize you're going to probably be living in a cracker box, and you're going to be able to keep about half of what you pack there, and mom and dad are going to have to bring it home. So just the necessities, the computer, a couple electronics, and some clothes is
and
really all you need.
And a couple of items that remind them of home.
Yeah, especially, there's even a study that shows that people who bring teddy bears or pictures, they actually get more on the dean's list than people who don't.
All right, let's talk about laundry. We just saw that young lady doing laundry. I mean, basically, the kids should know the simplest of laundry techniques.
At home, make sure that they move it from the wet to the dryer. Most kids can put it in the washer, but they never quite make the move to the dryer. Mom does it. Get the basics, and you know, if they ruin a couple things, it's their problem.
Yeah, but also that can be expensive. I mean, you don't want them to make those mistakes because they lose their clothes, they have to go out and buy new ones.
Give them a little practice at home.
What if this student is taking the car with him or her to school?
Okay, well, first of all, a kid who is allowed to do that should have the smarts to know how to check the tires, look at the coolant, make sure the radiator's okay, or they probably shouldn't be having a car going up to school with them. But also, are they going to call AAA? Let them practice a little bit, because mom and dad are not going to be there on the highway.
Let's talk about budget, okay? How do you handle a budget with your students going off to college?
The best thing to do, I think, is to get information from friends who have been there, what the university suggests, and look into the meal plan, because if nothing else, you'll feel less guilty if your kid's going to eat. And you know that they've bought 14 meals a week or 21 meals a week, then they can't hit you up and you don't feel as guilty.
Yeah, I know you've sent a child off to school recently.
And halfway through, we're done, and we're doing a lot of Easy Mac.
What about credit cards? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely not. I think that parents have to put their foot down on those if you can, because they're given a free CD or a free T-shirt, and that's where the kids learn how to get into credit card trouble. You have the rest of your life to get into credit card trouble. Don't do it in college. Use a checkbook.
Well, then, do you discuss ahead of time what's going to happen if the student runs out of money? You give them some parameters?
Absolutely. Know your kid.
The bailout plan?
Yes, know your kid. Some kids can take a certain amount of money for the semester. Some can do it for a month. I've learned mine needs it every week. And you can usually do it at your hometown bank, put it in every week, and they can get it there.
Important to have a discussion with the student about what you're going to expect of that student in terms of staying in school.
Right.
Grade point average, course load, attendance, that sort of thing.
A typical thing is for kids to sign up for 12 or 15 hours, then they drop to 6 or 9 hours. It's going to take them 5 to 6 years to do that. So don't talk to them about that 2 weeks into school. Talk to them about it right now. We want a GPA of X, Y, or Z. We want at least 12 hours completed per semester, or you're going to come back home and go to junior college where we can watch you under our roof.
But you have to make sure the parent is attentive and has to make sure that they're watching for the report cards, they're checking with professors, they're checking with the college.
Matt, you can't. You're not allowed to. These are adults. You do not see the report cards unless your kid gives them to you. The professors will not talk to you.
So the parent has no recourse?
Except at the end when you say, if you want money next semester, here, you give me your report card, I give you your money. It's the only way to do it.
Drugs and alcohol. I guess
Absolutely
you should have had
not.
this talk with them before.
You should be raising them on no drugs and alcohol. What they do there is going to be their decision. But I think what you need to tell them is, if I see that that is ruining your life up there, you're using drugs, using alcohol, you're sleeping in, you're skipping classes, your grades are going downhill.
But how do you see that?
You'll see it at the report card. And you may see it on some visits home. And what you tell your kid way before they go is, drugs and alcohol is a slippery slope. You will not make it, and you're going to be living under my roof. Is that what you really want to do for junior college?
It's a hard time for students. It's also a hard time for moms and dads.
It really is. And when you're leaving the dorm room, don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass the kid. Don't have to have your fingers pried off of the door jamb. It's tacky, Matt. Go gracefully.
Oh, but you know, a show of some emotion is fine too.
Yes, it is.
I always didn't like it when I saw the parents leave in kind of a cool, calm, collected manner.
A hug and a kiss, whatever you're allowed to do with your kid, but the fingers pried from the door jamb is tacky.
Okay. Ruth Peters, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.
52 past the hour. If you'd like more information about sending your child off to college, just check out our website at today.msnbc.com. We're back in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.
For years, General Motors has offered special pricing allowances to its employees that were never available to the general public. Now, due to an excess of new vehicle inventory, Car Chevy World of Beaverton is making these employee prices available to you. For a very limited time, you can buy any new 2001 Chevrolet in our huge inventory for the exact price as the person who built it. Plus, you'll receive all available rebates, incentives, and other special offers. But only until surplus inventories are reduced, and only at the Northwest's largest Chevy dealer, Car Chevy World Beaverton.
Lloyd here, celebrating Lloyd Center's back-to-school savings. We're on a field trip at the Bandon Driftwood Museum, where they actually have pieces of driftwood shaped like former U.S. presidents.
This is FDR.
Yeah, there's the wheelchair. I can see that.
This is Harry Truman.
Good enough. Hey, getting ready for school? Lloyd Center has all kinds of great deals. Oh, Jackie O, can I take a look? Good. So, what did we learn today?
Shop at Lloyd Center.
And?
Don't touch the First Lady.
Lloyd Center, the biggest mall in Oregon.
It's Toyota clearance time. Clearance happens just once a year, and you'll like the values on the summer's biggest inventory. And right now, you can get super low 4.9% APR financing on the versatile and adventurous 4Runner. Or you can take home 4Runner with $1,500 customer cash. And 4Runner is ready to go anywhere, anytime. Don't miss this chance. Toyota's 2001 clearance, going on coast to coast.
Still to come this morning, we'll go to a place where cameras can catch your every single move.
And a new concern about two popular arthritis drugs. But first, these messages in your local news.
America's romantics have made today's wedding plans a piece of cake. This cake, in fact. And now it's time to help Jenny decide what to do with her hair. Log on and take another look. Then vote for your favorite style by Tuesday at noon. Presented by Club Wed at Target.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, it's the best-selling prescription drug to stop heartburn, but the high price is giving it to millions.
Yes, I'm quite angry about it.
Why do you pay so much? Find out the real reason. And uncovering a killer, colon cancer. Important new information to detect it.
Right now, during Mervyn's Super Sale, lots of cool stuff is under $20. Like these jeans, under $20. Of course, if you're one of those people who thinks there must be something wrong with a pair of jeans that cost less than $20, here's the good news. The sale ends Saturday. So you can come back on Sunday and pay full price. Okay? Or not. Mervyn's Super Sale. Lots of cool stuff under $20. But hurry, it ends Saturday.
The race is on. Northwest News Channel 8. This is a News Channel 8 update.
And good morning, everyone. It is 8:56. The temperature outside is 62 degrees. I'm Russ Lewis, along with Hank Stack. Here's what's happening. Oprah Winfrey facing another lawsuit today. This time, an erotic magazine published in Germany wants Oprah to change the name of her magazine. We'll have details on that lawsuit today at noon. Also today at noon, some doctors are putting down the knife and picking up the radio. We'll show you how it's making recovery less painful for cancer patients. Plus, Powerball fever. Tonight's jackpot is worth an estimated $200 million. We're going to take you along as people across the country rush to get their tickets. And they spend 5 months in space, if all goes well. Yuri Uzachev, Jim Voss, and Portland's own Susan Helms will return to Earth in about a half hour. At noon, more on the landing of the Space Shuttle Discovery. It is time now to check in on a rainy forecast. Here is First Alert's Dave Selesky. Dave?
And Russ, we have plenty of rain still coming down throughout western Oregon, southwestern Washington. Folks, take a look at live First Alert Doppler 8000. Rain right now all the way from the Oregon coast at Astoria down towards the Newport area. Of course, up over the Coast Range, and yes, right here in the Portland-Vancouver metropolitan area. Picking up about 0.15 of an inch of rain now since midnight, and there's going to be much more in the forecast throughout the day. Here's the satellite picture. We do have this front draped right across the entire Pacific Northwest, all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, and now down into parts of Northern California. So we'll see the front slowly move over the state, and as that happens, we'll see the rain become shower-like, but not until late in the day. So here's the forecast for you for today. Cloudy skies and rain becoming showers late in the day. Southeast winds. Our daytime high today, it's just 68 degrees. Now, Russ, Hank, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. We're back at 9:26 with another update. Hope you can join us then. In the meantime, have a good morning.
It's a hot summer sale
at Dick's McKenzie Ford and Dick's Country Dodge.
Every new and used car, truck, van, and SUV is drastically reduced.
Get $7,500 off MSRP on new 2001 Super Duty and Light Duty trucks.
Get $6,500 off MSRP on every new 2001 Ram Quad Cab 4x4.
$19 million in inventory, financing as low as 0.9% APR, and rebates up to $2,500.
Dix for Kinsey Ford and Dix Country Dodge.
How you reacted?
Dateline Friday. Two gangs locked in a decade-old blood feud. How did it start? And will it ever end? Sworn Enemies. A special Dateline Friday on NBC.
Shopping never felt better. Shopping never felt better.
Look!
Well, that's an angel throwing a curveball.
We are all born dreamers. At Key, we'll bring together the right people with the right resources to help you achieve anything, even a PhD.
Look.
That's an angel throwing a curveball.
Key, achieve anything.
If you want more been there and a whole lot more done that, stop by your Jeep dealer and check out a luxurious Grand Cherokee. Because now you can buy one with a $2,500 cash allowance or finance for as low as 0.9%. Or lease a Grand Cherokee and get a big $3,000 in lease cash. So don't wait. Head to your Jeep dealer today and get the most been there and done that Grand Cherokee ever.